Yay! Howdy. Welcome back. My name is Kaila Mayho for anyone that's new. And today we are going to go over a cylinder Java programming coding exercise. This exercise is going to include classes, super, which is a keyword, and also this, which is also a keyword. If you guys have any questions, please don't be afraid to leave them in the comments below. And if you guys learn anything new, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow the social media links in the bio. So let's get started. First, we're going to read the question, then I'm going to step through the logic a little bit to make sure we understand what's going on there. Then on the right-hand side, we're going to get coding so that we can get through this coding exercise quick and easy. So, cylinder. First step, write a class with the name circle. The class needs one field, instance variable, with the name radius of type double. The class needs to have one constructor with parameter radius of type double and needs to initialize the fields. In case the radius parameter is less than 0, it needs to set the radius field value to 0. Write the following methods. Instant methods. Method named getRadius without any parameters. It needs to return the value of radius field. Method getArea. Without any parameters, it needs to return the calculated area. Radius times pi. For pi, use Math.PI constant. And then for the second part of this, we need to create a different class called cylinder, which extends the circle class. This class needs one field instance variable with the name height of type double. The class needs to have one constructor with two parameters, radius and height, both of type double. This needs to call parent constructor and initialize the height field. In case the height parameter is less than 0, it needs to set the height field value to 0. Write the following methods, instant methods. Method named getHeight without any parameters. It needs to return the value of height field. Method named getValue without any parameters. It needs to return the calculated volume. The calculated volume is area multiplied by height. Oops. And then here at the bottom is the example or the test code, which is going to be in our main class. See if there's any tips. All methods must be defined as public, not public static. You have to write two classes. Make sure to put each class in its own file. See the tabs on the left, and don't add a main method to the solution. Okay. So now we've read through all the instructions, so now let's go back and get to coding. So first things first, I already created the separate classes here. If you guys are unfamiliar, I'm using an IDE called IntelliJ. It's free to use. You just go to Google, type in IntelliJ, download for free, and you can download it. It's good for multiple different programming languages, not just Java. But let's get back on topic. So, first thing we want to do is have an instance variable. Again, comments are not required. I just like to do it to help you guys see and to help me see. So, we're going to do a private double radius. That's going to be the variable for this class. We only need to declare one, and then we need to have a constructor. You can also have a default constructor that has nothing in it. But for this example, I'm not going to have a default constructor. So it's a public method called circle, and the parameters should be radius double. Just so, let's do radius for now. I was going to say that you can also have this as an R for example, just so you don't get confused, but just for the sake of the example, I'll stick with radius. So we have to also have a in case of. So if radius is less than 0, set the radius value to equal 0. So that's just a simple if statement. So if r is less than 0, you set r equal to 0, or in this case radius. And the computer does know the difference between the two. But again, to make it easier, if you guys are having a hard time understanding it, feel free to change this radius to an r, and you'll see that it'll do the same thing. And if it's greater than 0, we're just going to have radius equal radius. And again, what line 15 is going to do is it sets the value that we got from the user to the value inside of the circle class. So now we have the constructor. Now we just have to make two methods, a get radius and a get area. So remember, they're public with no parameters, but it's going to return a type double. So let's get radius. Return radius, get radius. Okay. Right, it just threw us over here because we're not done with setting everything up. Okay, so now we have the get radius. Now we are going to do get area. As you guys saw with the helpful fields there, you can see you could do a set radius as well, but for this programming exercise we don't need to do a set radius. So as it showed us right here, for get area without any parameters, we need to return the calculated radius times pi. And I'll put it in parentheses just for the sake of the example. The parentheses here are not necessary, just to let you guys know. And this, we're gonna get out the constant for pi. I'm just gonna have it be 3.14. My cursor is going everywhere right now. Okay. So now we have the circle class completed. Now let's scroll on down to the cylinder class. Cylinder class, we can see it extends the circle class, so we're just going to write extends circle. So that lets them know that we're going to take methods from the circle class. And then we know we're going to have an instant variable here of height. And then we have a constructor, public cylinder. Now this constructor is going to be slightly different because we need to make sure, as it tells us in the instructions here, we need to make sure that we call the class of circle within our cylinder class. Double height. So in order to do that, we're gonna use a super keyword and send radius through it. And other than that, after that, we just have to verify that the height is the height. So to save a little time, I'm going to copy and paste it from here because it's the same setup. We're just using a different variable. So get everything lined up. So the difference here is it'll be height. If height is less than 0, we're going to set height equal to 0. And if not, height's going to equal height. Okay. We have both constructors done, instant variables. So last but not least, now we have to do the instant methods for the cylinder class. And we see here just two. We're going to get height and get volume. And you can see here IntelliJ's helping us out and is just going to get height for us. This is a really simple method. And then we are going to go in there and do public double get volume. And we have no parameters for this one. So we're going to return super dot get area times get height. And for anybody that hasn't seen this line 27 super dot get area, again, how it kind of did on line 10, what it's doing is it's calling the super class, which is circle, and it's getting the get area method, and it's going to run our radius value through it, get the area, and then send that value over here to line 27 and multiply it by the height that we get from our get height method. So I believe that's all we need to do. Yep. And the test code I've already copied and pasted and put it right here so we can see all the errors are gone. So if we run it here, fingers crossed, everybody knows how we do it around here. Like and subscribe. Oh, we got errors. Errors! So it looks like everything here popped out as 0, which would give the impression that something's under 0, but it's not. So let's see here. Okay. Now, it could have got confused. I know I said it wasn't going to do that, but just in case, let's... Oh, you know what? Let me see. Here we go. This is an... Oh, no. That's the radius. That's the radius. But yeah, here, let me just see if we just prevent some confusion here. But like I said, this may not be the confusion, but it won't hurt to try. Programming is a lot of trial and error. So let's see if that fixes the problem. Fingers crossed. Okay, and it did. Awesome. Awesome, possum. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Okay, I know a lot of times I fix the errors and I don't always show you guys the corrections, so here I won't take it out of the video, but as you guys saw, basically I was wrong. The computer got confused between the radius that was being passed and the double method. So I just went to the circle method and only passed and changed the variable to an R, and that fixed the issue. I think it was 2 because cylinder had radius as well, so there was just a lot going on. And how do I know I got it right? Well, we used the same values as we did over here, so they already have the answers. As you can see right there, our answers are slightly different. Oh. Okay, here, let's see. Well, we know we're not going to get the same area value because of our pi constant being a different number. But see, the radius comes out, but the height here comes out to 7.25, which we know is wrong. So if we go to cylinder, we go to height, let's see, it passed 2.75. If height is less than 0, set it equal to 0. Let me do an else statement here and see if it works better. In most situations, these things don't matter, but for me, I found out sometimes it helps. The height is still coming out as a 0. Maybe we're having the same problem here as we did on the other side, so let's switch them up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the issue we're having, is the computer just gets confused with when it's named the exact same thing. Okay, and there we go, that fixed that problem. Again, the numbers aren't exactly the same because my pi constant is most likely different from the pi constant that Udemy uses. So let's go through and check it. Apologies guys, this one's going to be a little longer than the other ones. I'm a little out of practice here. But again, thank you for sticking around, sticking with me, waiting for me to come back to this. I want to thank all the support anybody's given the channel, no matter if this is the first time you're here or if you've been here before. Make sure I have all the parentheses in there so we don't get any silly errors here. So that's the circle. Let's do the cylinder. Everything. I don't know why these last 3 lines aren't copying over. Paste. Oh no, there it is. It's just late, I guess. Okay. So let's see. Fingers crossed, everybody. Dun dun. Okay, it's saying please only add the required fields. Radius. Extra fields are detected. Could it be the parentheses? Let me see in the instructions. I believe they said. Oh, okay, I think that's what's going on. This pi didn't turn out to be a Math.PI constant how it should have been. So it's treating it like it's a new variable, which it shouldn't. go. Now it's doing the right thing. Okay. Whew. Excuse me a second, guys. Okay, just so you know what happened, we imported the Java long.math. So if we run it again, and if you guys get confused, the reason why I can still run it even though I have the circle class open is because it knows that the main method is from the main class. Okay, so if we go over to the circle and we get rid of the parentheses, again, I don't think the parentheses was the problem, but I'm just going to take it out. And we are going to import this method instead. Take this out. And remember, imports go before your class. So let's see if that solves the problem. Don't. Okay, no. It's saying get height returns a value of -0, 0, 0 is expected. Oh, okie dokie. So again, this is a cylinder thing. Somehow, oh, okay, wait. I think we have the wrong H here. Yeah. So this isn't supposed to be, it's supposed to be the H that's being passed, not the H, not the height that is being taken in, or that we're giving a value to. So again, here you guys can see there's a lot of situations where the computer can get confused, and you want to do your best to prevent these things from happening so you don't have to go back and forth so much. And there we go. We can see that it's solved. I want to thank you guys for tuning in, staying with me through the errors. I hope this helps you out a little bit more to kind of see that I even encounter little errors from time to time. We just got to keep pushing through and find the solutions. So again, if you guys have any questions, comments, please don't hesitate to leave it in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm hoping to get to 100 subscribers before the end of 2020. Please go ahead and help me with that. And just keep coding, guys. Don't give up on your hopes and dreams. Code with you guys next time. Bye! Testing. It's online. Then we're gonna export it.